What's up, Steamians, Dtubers, D-livers, YouTubers, and everybody out there in Crypto Nation? It's your boy, Crypto Evo here. This is my second video this morning because my GoPro actually died. But oh well, doing it again. I thought this was a very important video on why we should be investing in cryptos and why I think that the market is very, very in its infant stages. So this morning I was doing pretty much everything I always do in the morning. I was sitting in my office, aka the toilet, and I was reading up on some global news because I'm not only just a crypto investor, I'm also a stock investor. I consider myself a overall like investment guru. So I try to keep my one step forward in front of everybody else just to kind of keep those investments coming my way. So what I was looking into today and what I called even like a few years ago when I first started getting into cryptos is I believe institutional money is going to get on board, and I think 2018 is going to be that year. But something that's going to be targeted towards retail investors, so me and you. What's targeted is self-directed IRAs. Now, a few years back, I wasn't able to really put cryptocurrencies into my self-directed IRA. But now I'm able to do that, and I believe this is going to be huge because as of right now in 2018, I'm sure if you talk to most people, they have heard of Bitcoin. Even though just last week I was talking to someone and they never heard of Bitcoin, but that's on the side note. But everybody, as for the most part, has heard of Bitcoin, but they have not purchased Bitcoin. I believe in 2018 with self-directed IRAs helping that out, with Coinbase and Square making it easier for people to sign up, people to buy cryptos. That's going to make cryptos that much easier to purchase. But what this video is about the self-directed IRAs. Now, with the self-directed IRA, you and me get to decide what we want to put into our IRA. Now, most people look at cryptos as an outsider and they say, wow, cryptos are very volatile. Look at it. They were at 20,000 in February, or 20,000 in December, down to 6,000 in February. That's very volatile. And I agree with them, but you got to pull that camera back a little bit farther. So if we look at the last year, 3 years, 5 years, it's been on a steady growth. Obviously, I understand that's maybe we'll trade sideways, maybe we'll trade downwards, but these markets aren't correlated with one another. The stock market isn't correlated with the crypto market. Now, you can't say that with stocks and bonds. Stocks and bonds are inversely correlated. So if one goes up, one goes down. That's why investment managers always try to diversify your portfolio in that way so you don't really lose when the market's going down as much. Well, cryptos don't relate to anything. And I believe retail investors like myself, investment funds, and all of those other forms of money are going to see that. They're going to realize, hey, even if I put 1% of my cryptocurrency or 1% of my investment fund into cryptocurrencies, I'm going to be less volatile with that than more with not having it in there. And at first, when people say that, hey, that doesn't make sense, but if something's not correlated and we're having this outstanding upward growth pattern, even long term, you can't think about these little sideways turns and these quick pullbacks. That's always going to happen in any market. What's the overall trend? If the overall trend is growing, and I believe it is, and some of these investment funds and retail investors like yourself believe the same thing, then they're going to put money into these self-directed IRAs if they're an individual like myself and yourself. And that is going to drastically help this crypto industry grow. So I'm very excited of what's going to take place in 2018. I know right now the market's looking horrible. Everybody's always scared, but we go through these pretty much at least once every like 2 years where we have these big pullbacks. Last year we had, I think, almost 5 corrections that were over 30%. So it's just part of the way that this asset class trades, and I'm going to be looking into these self-directed IRAs because I'm young, and by the time I'm 65 and I can be able to start taking out some of that money, cryptos might be $1 million a coin. So that might be the best thing you could do as a retail investor is try to put in a little bit of money into your self-directed IRA and buy a little cryptos. All right, Steemians, Dtubers, YouTubers. This is Evo out of here. Time to work. It's Friday. It's a good day. All right, out.